Good morning, guys. How are you? Good morning. How is the morning? Mhm. Very good. Perfect. I'm doing good, Krishna. Thank you for asking. Hey, Mimi. All right. So, definitely, Tapas, send me a test mail. Remember, Tapas, when you are sending a mail to me, just mention that you are from 7:30 a.m. batch, and then uh, and in that mail just put, sir, we need these materials. That's all. Send me a test mail right away. All right, guys. So yeah, you can send, no issues. All right, guys, so what did we discuss yesterday? Anyone? What did we discuss yesterday? Elasticity and scalability, right? Fantastic. So may I ask three questions just to make sure that, right? So which one is horizontal scaling? Elasticity. All right. So which one is long-term? Scalability. So what is scalability? What is scalability? Scaling up and scaling down, or it is better to say that increasing the capacity of the servers. And how about what is the example of elasticity? How do you achieve elasticity in AWS? Using auto scaling. Okay. So what is auto scaling? Scale out and then scaling. Scale out and then scaling. Fantastic. Okay. All right. So here, yes, true. Scale out meaning increasing or decreasing? Scale out meaning increasing. Okay. Scale out meaning increasing and scale in meaning decreasing. I mean, removing the servers. Fantastic, guys. Very good. Too good. And what is vertical scaling? I mean, which one is vertical scaling? Scalability. Super. Super. Let's move on. I appreciate you guys. Very good. Okay, so guys, what we're gonna do yesterday, we discuss about these two things, like mostly elasticity and scalability, right? And then, of course, we have discussed, okay, all this can be in auto scaling. All these things can be in auto scaling. All these servers can be in auto scaling. So, guys, who will be sending traffic to these servers? Who is the one sending traffic to these servers? Load balancer, right? So excellent, load balancer. So load balancer is the one who will be sending traffic to these servers. We'll talk about that load balancer even more deeper, right? Okay. So guys, now today we're gonna talk about another T, high availability. high availability. Okay. So guys, what is in general high availability? I usually give this example, like, let me check. So Tapas is here and Nimi, he's here, and then here, okay, Jawad, he's here. All right. So three people are there here, latest messages. So guys, if I ask Tapas, let's say I am in need of having a bike. I need a bike very urgently. I need to go somewhere. Don't ask me where, right? Somewhere. Right, and then I asked Tapas, and Tapas, Nimi, and then Jawad. These three guys have their own bikes, and I asked Tapas, "Hey Tapas, would you give me your bike?" So Tapas answered, "Will you give me your bike to me?" Yes. So how much percentage? That meaning 80% or 90% or 100%? How about me? Right? So I'm asking you, Tapas, like, what is a percentage? Like, so I'm asking you a bike tomorrow, right? So will you give me 100%? Will you give me, or you will think like, you say 50-50 or 80? How about Nimi and Jawad? So Tapas said 100%. How about Nimi? And Jawad? So Nimi said 50%. And how about Jawad? All right. So he said 30%. Okay. So I have three people. So I have 3 percentages here, right? Tapas said, "Sir, 100% I will give you the bike." And Nimi said 50% he will give me the bike. And then Jawad said 30%. Guys, can you tell me to whom I have the chances that I can go and take the bike directly? Tapas. And who is, Tapas is giving me the availability that, that definitely I'll get the bike from him. So he's highly available to me. Yes or no? He's highly available to me. That is called highly available. So, and another example is, let's say, you don't know, just imagine that you don't know anything about high availability. And can you tell me, when you're booking Tatkal ticket for IRCTC Tatkal ticket, is your IRCT website is highly available for you? And you don't know about the high availability, but you are saying yes or no. Why? Because you know that high availability meaning is the thing that which is continuously available to you. Is continuously available to you. If anyone is giving you a service continuously without any downtime meaning what? If the service which is not available to you, the period of time which is the service, the time of the period of time which the service is not available to you, that's called downtime, right? If your website is down for 1 hour, what is that 1 hour called? Downtime. Right? If the site is not available to you, that is called downtime. If the site is available to you 24/7 and 365 days without any downtime, what is that called? High availability. What is that called? High availability. Guys, you're getting? Yeah? So let me have the definition here. So the period of time which service is available to us, to us meaning customer, is called HA. HA is also called as high availability, shortcut HA meaning high availability. Guys, this definition is clear in our language, simple language. the period of time which service is which the period of time which the service is available to us or to customer is called high availability. Availability of service or availability of server. We don't care about the server. Prashant, would you tell me, would you care about IRCT server or would you care of IRCTC service? Hmm? Service only. That's the thing. You only answer, right? So we don't care about the server. Servers is responsible by the provider, like you and me, who is handling the AWS, right? But for the end customers, he don't really worry about, right? Servers, because you do whatever you want, you just provide me the service. That is what the client says all the time to us, right? Okay. So now, how do we achieve this high availability? How do we achieve this high availability? Let us see, guys, concentrate here. Let's say I have one server. I have one server running. Inside this, I have my application. Can you tell me any one application, any one website? Facebook. All right. So you have Facebook application, or you can put any kind, like like we have our index.html. You can put anything. Okay. Now you have client here. Now you have client here who is accessing. There are many clients, guys. There will be many clients who will be accessing Facebook. All right. Concentrate, guys. Concentrate. So now, guys, you have only one server over here with application like Facebook. If anyone try to contact, like if many people try to contact this server, like let's say you have concurrent users, all of a sudden you have some 5,000 users connecting to this single server. What will happen to this server? The server will hang or crash. It will not respond. It will become very, 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 very slow. And again, definitely, guys, you have the IP address here, right? How do we access if you have IP address? http:// let's say, for example, this IP is 192.168.10.11 / your index.html. All right. Okay. So, guys, in general, we access this application using the DNS. Let's say we have only one server here. Let's say we have only one server. So now I have Saurav and Mustaq here. Okay, Saurav and Mustaq. See, Saurav is the client. Saurav is the client, and Mustaq is the one who is handling the infrastructure. So Saurav said, to Mustaq, "Hey, Mustaq, can you give me? I want an application to be hosted on your environment. So you host and give it to me the URL." So what Mustaq did is, guys, so he set up this server and he installed his application and he gave this link, this HTTP, this link, this with the IP address. But guys, is it recommended to give the IP address to the customer to access like this? Would you be happy to access any website with this kind of, with the IP address? No one. So the thing is here, guys, he has set up one server here, and then client started accessing the application. Client has started accessing the application. So Saurav started accessing this application. It was working fine, right? And all of a sudden, people started accessing more, and then all of a sudden, this server went down. Fadak, Kamal. This server went down. This server went down. So Saurav complained that, hey, this link is not working anymore. So what this guy Mustaq will do now? Guys, tell me. Put your thoughts. Just imagine like this server is down now. This is bloody physical server, right? This is down now. What he'll do? What Mustaq will do? He will add another server, right? He will create another server. So definitely he'll create another server. Definitely another server. Guys, can you tell me now? So meanwhile, he will be putting the same application or different application? Same application, na? Your index.html. Okay. Same application, index.html. Guys, in general, the same thing, what we call, can we call the name redundancy? Having the same thing, same task, same application, same stuff in two things, we call it as redundancy. Yes or no? Do you heard about it? Redundancy. Yes, we call it as redundancy. Okay, so we call it as redundancy here. Yeah. Okay, guys. Now Mustaq have this server up and running, right? So this server is up and running now. The first server is up and running. Fantastic. This is also running now, and this is also running now. So, and obviously he will also have another IP address now because he has two servers now. 192.168.10.12/index.html. So Saurav complained to Mustaq saying that, hey Mustaq, your server is down. I'm not able to access the URL, this URL. And what Mustaq did? He gave this another URL, and he told to Saurav, do Festival Saurav, you have two links. If this link is down, access this link. If this link is down, access this link. But any client will be happy with this kind of solution? No, na? Okay, now let's say fate is really bad and this is also down. So definitely he will be going and started creating the servers, one more server with having the same application called index.html. And again, he will be providing one more URL. And you clearly know, guys, that this is not going to work. That meaning this is not going to work. And then using with the IP address is not at all good. Now, client will definitely get confused whether this client will be connected to this first server or second server or third server or even fourth server or even fifth server if you have auto scaling. We never know. There should be someone in before who will be taking the traffic and then distributing to these servers. And client should not connect to these servers anymore directly. Client should not be connecting anymore directly to these servers. You might have understood already. Who is that guy? There we go. Answer everyone. Who is that guy? Only 4 people. Load balancer. Yes, who is that? Load balancer. Fantastic. So guys, we have this guy called load balancer. So I call him as load balancer. Okay, so guys, now client will directly connect to the load balancer. Now any number of clients will be connected to the load balancer. Any number of clients. Who will take the hit first? Load balancer will take the hit first, and then he will be distributing the traffic across multiple servers. What is the definition? Did we learn this? What is load balancer? Load balancer takes the request from the client and it distributes the traffic across multiple servers. Did we learn this? Distributing the traffic across multiple servers. Yes, very good. Now, server will have 3 URLs or only one URL now, if you have load balancer. Only one URL. Which URL is that? Load balancer URL. What is that called? Load balancer URL. And remember, guys, a load balancer, we will be having not the IP address, we'll be having the DNS name. What's that called? DNS name. So load balancer, you can put the DNS name, whatever the fancy name, right? And then the client will be started accessing this fancy name called, let's say, lala.com, right? So, and then once anyone try to access your website and it comes and it will hit the load balancer, and load balancer will send the traffic to these servers. Now, question. How does this load balancer knows this server is working or this server is working or this server is working? But remember, guys, this load balancer should have some idea, should have some information that to which server he need to send the request. Let's say, for example, guys, let's say he sent to this first server and the first server is not responding. The client will be able to access the website if the load balancer sent to the one which is not getting accessed? No. So in this case, load balancer do some monitoring on these on all these servers. So load balancer should have some capacity, should have some feature to monitor these servers, especially this application. So if the load balancer is monitoring the health check, to monitoring the application, if it is good, it will send. If it is bad, it doesn't send. What do you say? Agree? Right? So that's why we have, there should be something that we need to do monitoring. So the another thing we have, we call it as here monitoring. What's that called? Monitoring. Okay. So how does this load balancer do the monitoring across the servers? Load balancer have something called health checks. What is that called? Health checks. Guys, health checks. So load balancer will do health checks on all the servers, every few seconds. If any request coming from the client, load balancer will have the information about which server is working. Let's say, for example, guys, if this server is gone, can you tell me, guys, this client, this load balancer will send the traffic to this first server? Yes or no? It shouldn't, right? It shouldn't, because the health checks are failing. Because guys, load balancer will be checking health on the servers every few seconds. 10 seconds or 5 seconds or 20 seconds or 30 seconds, your wish. We can configure that. If this server is not responding, load balancer will never send request to this server. If it is sending to this, and the client will have very bad phase, because the website will not work. All right. So guys, this server is down, and then load balancer is sending traffic to the next server. And if this is down, load balancer will send the traffic to this server. And let's say, guys, all three is down. What will happen? Your website will work? Website will not work. But we have already learned a feature that to have automatically servers increase if something goes wrong. What is that, guys? Ah, now you understood when to apply auto scaling? Hmm? Now you understood, guys? Now you understood, right? When to apply auto scaling. So this is where the auto scaling come into picture. Excellent. Excellent answer. So if you have this auto scaling, you no need to worry if the servers went down also, auto scaling will pick up new servers automatically. It will put your servers automatically. How and all? We have time to learn, right? Guys, if one server goes down, you have another server. And if the server goes down, you have another server. And what is that concept? If one goes down, another will be taking up the traffic or request. What is that called? We call it as failover. What is that called? Failover. What is that called? Can you tell me, guys, who is handling monitoring and failover in this architecture? Who is handling monitoring and failover? Fantastic. Load balancer. So load balancer is responsible for failover and monitoring. Excellent. Guys, certification question. Load balancer is responsible for whatever I'm talking, definitely will get certification question inside this. Load balancer is responsible for failover and monitoring. Hey, can you tell me, guys, here, if what is failover? That's what I'm telling. Failover meaning if one server goes down, Manoj, if one server goes down, another server is taking the request. If this server goes down, this server will be taking the request. What is that concept called? Failover. If one goes down, let's say Manoj, you have a bike and then Krishna has bike. So you both are giving, you both promised me giving the bike to me, but all of a sudden you gave the hand. And then Krishna, he is giving the bike to me. What is his call? Failover. If Krishna is giving the hand, you will give the bike to me. So if one server stops responding to the request, and the other server will pick up automatically. That is called failover. And who will be taking care of that? Load balancer. So load balancer will find if this server is down or not. If this server is down, it will send to this. If this server is down, it then is sent to this. Right? And if you don't have auto scaling, and all three servers are down, what you do? Will your website work? No, right? So in this case, you have super concept. What is that? I have already told you. What is that? Wet cloth. Take the cloth, put it in water, put it on the head. It will be very nice. You will be relaxed. Right? So don't worry, that is not a concept. I'm just right. Okay, good. So, guys, now tell me, if you have a redundancy, guys, important. See, if you have, what is redundancy? Having the same application on multiple servers is called redundancy. Monitoring. Hey, your load balancer is doing the monitoring. If this server goes down, load balancer will understand. Hey, can you tell me, guys, here, load balancer will be doing the monitoring to the server or to the application? Just think and tell. Just think. Think the logic. Server or application? So, guys, load balancer will be doing the health checks to the application, not the server. Okay? Okay, now tell me, if the server is up, but your application is down inside it, load balancer will get full, right? Your application doesn't, if your application is not working because the services are not working, some problem is there inside the server. Even though your server is working, inside your application will not work. And what is the use? Health check will be passed. And then load balancer will send the request to the first server, but actually the application is not working. And the client will have a very patka face. So it is wise to do the health checks on the application. Certification question. Those who are writing, take this. Load balancer will do the health checks on the application, not on the server. Okay, guys, now tell me if this application is perfectly working, what is the status code that the application will be sending to the load balancer? What is the status code? Hmm? Ah, did we discuss this in our basics? Hmm? Right? So I told you now, you will only answer all these questions. Excellent. If something goes wrong, apart from 200, if anything comes, it will load balancer will consider that is down. Padak. Guys, now you have redundancy, that meaning having the same applications, having the same application on multiple servers, that is called redundancy. And you have monitoring and you have failover. If you have these three concepts, can you tell me, guys, if you have these three concepts, can you tell me, do you have any downtime on your application if you have these three things? Everyone answer that. No. If you don't have downtime, what is that called? Ah, you guys are cool, man. So this is called high availability. You got it now? Pakka in-depth concept of high availability, right? So high availability is the combination of these three things. What are those? Yeah, redundancy, monitoring, and failover. Redundancy, monitoring, and failover. So if you don't have redundancy, do you have high availability with one server? No. If you don't have monitoring, do you have high availability? If there is no monitoring, no health checks. No. If there is no handling the failover, all the requests will be going to the Dhamal server, right? So will you have, without the failover, do you have high availability? No. So guys, if you want to set up a high availability, definitely you need to take care of redundancy, monitoring, and failover. This is called high availability. This is called high availability. And if you so guys, soonly after a month or after a few days, definitely will be becoming this AWS architect. Guys, if any customer gave you an application to set it up in AWS and to design it, first you need to keep in mind is, what you need to keep in mind is high availability. Without the high availability, you cannot design or architect any kind of application. Will customer will be happy without high availability? No. Right? So guys, if so, let's say in this high availability, let's say you have keep 3 servers here and you are doing the failover, right? And if you have auto scaling, is there any chance of having a downtime? No. Okay, there is no auto scaling. There is no auto scaling. You have only failovers, only 3 servers. But certain point of time, do you have a downtime? A little bit of downtime? Yes. This would be an interview question. So here, failover meaning little bit of downtime. You agree with that? And there is a concept called fault tolerance, where strictly no downtime. How do you achieve fault tolerance? How do you achieve fault tolerance here? Anyone? How do you achieve fault tolerance? How do you achieve? How do you achieve? Using auto scaling. Fantastic, guys. ASG. I call it as ASG. Auto scaling group. What is that called? Auto scaling group. Auto scaling group. ASG. Nice name, na? Putting a shortcuts. ASG. LB. What is LB? Load balancer. Guys, you understood the difference between failover and fault tolerance? There was a question on top. I just missed it. Nitin, autoscaling responsibility is of load balancer. Autoscaling responsibility is of load balancing. No, no. Who is responsible of load balancing? My guys will answer. Guys, answer. Who is responsible of load balancing? Load balancer. What is the responsibility of autoscaling? Increasing and decreasing servers based on your load. Simple as that. And maintaining, scaling out and scaling it. And maintaining the high availability. Guys, is this clear? You guys are damn following, man. Very good. Perfect, right? Excellent. Take a pic. Take a pic of the paint to get it revised. All right. So now, guys, let me. Taking the pic itself is not allowed. You're asking to share the. Okay. So. Okay. Now, guys, what I'll do is, high availability is very, 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 very important. Do you agree? High availability is very, 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 very important. Yes, do you agree? So, I will show you an architecture diagram. I'll show you a few architecture diagrams. And you have to see that and identify whether that is highly available or not. What do you say? So that things like, how do you identify, right? So both. If you don't have auto scaling, you are going for failover. If you have auto scaling, fault tolerance. So guys, I missed it. What was that? Diagrams, architectural diagrams. So if you are looking this diagrams, I will ask you whether those architectural diagrams are highly available or not. And how do you find that is highly available? You need to apply these three concepts. What are those? Redundancy, monitoring, and failover. If you have redundancy, monitoring, and failover, definitely, guys, that is highly available. Now, guys, let's say just simple thing. I have only one server. Right, I have only one server, and many clients are started connecting to my server. For that, this. Is it highly available? Question. No. So now, if I have multiple servers, now. Yes. Of course, Nitin, I understand your answer, why you said no. But in general, yes. Right? Of course, you should have load balancing and all. Right? So, guys, remember, if you need to have a availability, minimum how many servers do you need? Minimum 2. Nitin, why 3? Can we have 2? Right? Minimum, I said 3. Maximum, you can have n number. So guys, as this high availability is very, 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 very important, right? As the availability is very, very, very important, I have a separate concept explained again on this high availability. Let me go a little bit deeper on the high availability. Technically, we are good now. So I want to give you how important the high availability is for the company. Let's imagine we have a company, and I have a CEO. In company, we have a CEO, sales, account managers, developers, system engineers, technical support, and all. Guys, CEO is telling to everyone that we don't lose sales. That's the only thing that he will tell, right? CEO. He says that we don't lose sales. Can you tell me, guys? Can you tell me? Can you put your thoughts and tell me when we lose the sales in general? When do we lose the sales? Hmm? You have a shop, right? So yeah, you have a shop. Okay, you have already answered why to take that example, right? You have a shop and you got a customer, and the customer is very rude, right? And then, I mean, shopkeeper is very rude. You are a customer, you're going to the shop, and the shopkeeper is very rude, and he's not available to you, right? And then whenever you go to that shop for something, always he say, no, I don't have this, and I don't have this, and he says like, something. Will you go to him again and again? As a customer, will you be upset or not? Right? Yes. So when do the shopkeeper is losing the sales? When the customer is unhappy, when the customer is upset, and when customer is unhappy, he will be losing the sales. So here also, as a CEO in IT industry, when do he is strongly saying that we don't lose sales. When do you lose sales? So if the service that you are providing is not available to the customer, if it is available to the customer all the time, what is that concept called? High availability. So indirectly, the CEO is pointing what feature if he's saying we don't lose sales? High availability. Do you agree? Right? So yes. So he's saying that we don't lose sales because in his back of his mind, he always think that he has high availability on his product. And sales guy, let's say, Nimi, I am a sales guy, and I'm coming to you, Nimi, and I'm showing you these two hands, and I'll say that, hey, in the right hand, Nimi, this product is 10 rupees. On the left hand, this product is 100 rupees, and the product is same. And you will be asking me saying that, hey, what is the difference between these two if the product is same? And you say that one is with high availability and one is with not high availability. One is with high availability is always available to you, and another one is we never know when this will go down. Which one do you buy, Nimi? HA1. Not only you, any wise person, anyone which he want to do great business, he will go for HA. So guys, so for the company guys is forcing us to choose high availability. Nimi, you are forced to choose high availability, and you are forced to pay more amount, that meaning 100 rupees. So I am profitable and you get a great service. It's a win-win situation. Guys, agree? So the sales guys will also get super good sales, and the company will get good profits. What they are using it, what the weapon they are using it, HA, high availability. Account manager says that who is account managers? We have something called key account managers. Account managers meaning few they are responsible for few customers, head for few customers from the company side. And the account manager says that we don't upset our customers. When right, when the customer will get upset because if there is no HA, they are clearly saying that we don't upset our customer because they are also having the back of the mind HA. Developers, hey developers, how many developers are there here in our class? How many developers? Put yes. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. How many? All right, guys. Let me talk about these developers. So developer says that we can be proud. They are proud. Their services are working. Right? So they are proud their services are working. Arey bhai, if you don't have administrators and architects in the back end, will you be proud? However big, however nicely you have written the code, if the website is not available to the customer, no one cares about your code. By the way, no one cares really about the code, but they will really appreciate you how the website logic is working. Anyone thinks about the code as an end customer? No. Developers, I want you to answer this. And then developers really don't care about the servers. Guys, developers, can you tell me, do you care about the servers? Do you think about the servers? No. So how do you say that you are proud? Because the services are working and the services are available to the customers because of high availability. If the server side is not good, right, and there is no point. But I'm not saying, guys, developers are not this, that, and all. Without developers, there is no application. If you have servers also, nothing you can show. But the thing is, what I'm doing is they can be proud if we have high availability in the backend. There also, because the services will be always available to the customer and they always get appreciations. Right? And then we have system engineers. Guys, system engineers, if you have the physical servers and if something goes down, you remember those days, how hard those days are setting up on the servers and resolving those issues and getting the website up and running. Do you remember those days? Now, if you have high availability, do you worry about this repairing stuff? And that too on cloud, which is cloud, you just create the virtual machines and delete the virtual machine just like that. You can sleep well. That's why I said system engineers, we need to think more and we need to do more, because most of the things AWS is handling it. And technical support, guys, remember, do you have calls? You have technical support, na? Right? Not this. Hello, Srujina Tinnavara. Right? Not that. So technical support is that, if something goes wrong, we call the technical support guys and saying that, hey, this is not working and that is not working. And if everything is working, why do you call Srujina? Do you call her? No. Right? So, guys, so you understood, right? The entire company is indirectly, if the company wants to perform good indirectly, it is depending upon the high availability. And that high availability is setting up by the architects like you and me. Is this clear? CC. Very good. Only 2 CCs? Very good. Very good. So guys, now we have a concept called how many nines. We have a concept called how many nines. So let's say latest guy is here, Vivek. Vivek, let's say you are going to the customer to talk about the business. And then customer is asking you, Vivek, how many nines will you give it to me? Vivek think, what the fish? What, he's asking about nines? Oh, maybe he's asking about my phone number, and he started giving the phone number. Guys, it is not the phone number. So it is the customer language, like, how many nines meaning, let me tell you that. Guys, everyone loves to have their application highly available. Vivek, tell me, if your application is down for 36 days, is that okay for you? Not Vivek, everyone. No. And if it is down for 36 days in a year, you are providing 90% availability of your website. And are you okay with 18 days? Oh, no. 10 days? No. 3 days? Oh, no. Man, 3 days meaning 99% I'm giving you. No, okay. 1 day, complete full 1 day. Almost 2 days here. Okay, no. Man, 17 hours. Oh, no. No, 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 no. 52 minutes? At least 1 hour? अरे भाई ये क्या कर रहे हो जी? Hey, 5 minutes? Abba, with lots of very heavy-hearted, then you're saying yes, huh? No, but okay, huh? Right? So the thing is, many people like no one wish to have the downtime, man. But just in case, and see, as an administrator, we are as an administrator and architect, we are not agreeing to have the application down for 5 minutes, yeah, in an entire year. And if you are giving that 5 minutes downtime, that meaning you are promising 99.999% that how many nines are there? Five nines. Customer will expect you to have this at least minimum five nines. Hmm? That meaning your site will be down for 6 minutes almost in a year. Hannah, understood how critical these nines are? So we will be having the SLA with the customer. SLA meaning agreement, service level agreements. So if it is down for 10 minutes, we need to pay back to the customer. So this high availability is very important, guys. Remember. Uh, so how many nines will you aim for, guys? How many nines would you aim for? Five nines. And can anyone give 100%? No, right? So 100% is very difficult because some other point of time, for a second also your website goes down, or the website will not be available, or the performance will not be great, and when the customer access it, sometime might happen that is not available for him. So don't give any promise with the 100% because that we are handling with bloody electronic machines. We never know, but at least aim for 99.9959. You know what? AWS, his infrastructure, whatever the service he's providing, you know how many nines he's giving to us? 11 nines. How many? 11 nines. Would you think AWS services will go down if he's providing 11 nines, man? That's how the AWS is. Nicely promoted. Wow. Okay, good. So, guys, now let me put you in full screen mode. Can you just confirm whether you can see my screen or not? Yes, right? Okay. So guys, I will be showing you a few diagrams. Tell me, yeah, this is the diagram. Guys, can you tell me what concept is this? Just see the diagram and tell me what is the concept there. What is that concept about? Tapas, that is depend upon your service levels agreement. How do you write with the client? So, but yeah, guys, tell me that is not. Yeah, of course, everything would be client server architecture. That is very minimum. You're talking about ABCD. And high availability, you're talking about masters. There is something else there. Tapas, HVR. Okay. What is that concept? There is a name there. Fantastic, Prashant, guys. Load balancing. Guys, you have a client and it is connecting the load balancer, and load balancing sending the traffic to the server. What is that concept? It is load balancing. Fantastic. Guys, I'll be showing this. That is load balancing. What is this? Failover. Excellent, excellent. Guys, now I'll show you a diagram, and then and think and apply these high availability concepts and tell that is highly available or not. Check this properly, and then come from left side, and then tell me that is it highly available or not. Apply this concept, redundancy, monitoring, and failover. Yes, everyone? Fantastic, fantastic. Excellent, guys. Now see, now you're able to identify any architectural diagram, and you can easily say that is highly available or not. Fantastic, fantastic. So we have the primary load balancer and secondary load balancer. So if primary load balancer goes down, you have it, the request goes to the secondary, and you have a health checks, and then it goes to the app server. Very good, super. So guys, now see this diagram and tell me how many servers and what are those servers are. First, see the servers like LB1, app1, DB1 are there. How many are there? How many load balancers? How many application servers? How many database servers? Just count and let me know. Four load balancers, two app servers, and two database servers. Fantastic. Okay. So guys, on very fine day, let's say LB1 is down. The first LB1 is down. Can you tell me customer is happy or unhappy from customer side? Okay, customer is okay or not okay? Customer is okay. Okay, very good. Okay, so now let's say app 1 is down. Only app 1 is down. Customer is okay or not okay? Okay, very good. On very fine day, guys, LB1 is down, app 2 is down, LB3 is down, DB2 is also down. Customer is okay or not? Customer is still okay. Customer is still okay. So guys, in your infrastructure you have 3 plus 3, 6 plus 2, 8. In your infrastructure you have 8 servers. Out of 8 servers, bloody half of the servers are down. In your infrastructure, half of the servers are down, but still the customer is happy with you because of high availability. Guys, you understood how we need to architect the high availability? Everything should be double. You're getting confidence now? It will be very easy. Don't worry. I'll be taking you the concepts like this. Perfect. So from now onwards, I have AWS architectural diagrams in the next page like this, and I don't wanna take this now today. Let's stop it here and then summarize that what you, and then go with what we have discussed, right? And from tomorrow onwards, we will jump into AWS concept. Before talking to that AWS architectural diagram, I need to introduce AWS, and there are something to be discussed on it. And then you can apply this high availability concept over there. And then slowly we will be going into the AWS services or AWS concepts. Any doubts? Straightforward, no doubts, huh? No doubts. No, all CC. How about others? There are 42 guys here. Cluster create. Excellent. Good to know. Good to know. Fantastic. Okay, so someone is asking my mail ID. So let me put. Okay, Tapas. So Tapas knows that. Can you summarize one's failure versus, if you simply, Munna, if you are having downtime, that is failover. If you don't have downtime, that meaning zero downtime, that is called fault tolerance. Simple as that. Very good. Okay, guys, then that would be for today. And then please go through the concepts, and I will be asking the questions tomorrow on what we have discussed till now. Right. So if I ask these questions, you will be very alert, and then the subject will be revised, and you can easily answer the interview questions, and then take certification questions as well. So can we say failover as auto scaling? No. These guys answered, right? Failover is not auto scaling. Yeah, auto scaling is scale out and scaling. Failover is not that. Failover is if one server goes dead, another server will take the responsibility. Great. So guys, that is all for today. And okay, you don't let me go. Yogesh. Okay, sir, AWS solution architecture and developer. Can you say how it's different? It's definitely different. I told you initially, like, doesn't matter if you are a developer, if you are an administrator, you should have at least the knowledge of how the AWS solution architecture work. So solution architecture, if you learn solution architecture, and then developer and administrator will be easy for you, because all three certifications have mostly 80% core subject is same. But as it is developer, you are expected to know development, and if it is sysops, you are expected to know a little bit of administration. But solution architecture is similar for both. So you wish to write developer? Yes. If you wish to write developer, Prashant, first you will be easily clearing solution architect. First clear the solution architect, and then write the developer. You will have two, because the concepts are same. So I would recommend to go for solution architect first. Once you clear that, then you go for developer. Any other questions? You like me a lot, huh? You're not leaving me. Any other question? Sorry. I'll wait for a few seconds. 1, 2, 3. Okay. What is FCNK in the slide? So don't think that is FASAC. It's not FASAC. It's file check integrities. Okay. So system integrators knows that. System engineers knows that. Right? It is file consistencies check. So you don't worry. So for developing, is there needed any programming language? Definitely. Definitely, if you are hiring for a Java position, you are expected to know Java, na, this development. So for AWS, for architecting, no need. For AWS developer, uh, for AWS developer, definitely you're expected to know coding. That is why they have put the profile as developer, na, certification. So failure will happen followed by auto scaling if required. Yes, Krishna, that's right. Everything you have to do by code, no console button. No, no, it's not like that. Developer. So in architect also, we'll be talking about this by command line. But the developer, you're expected to know to write the scripting and write, developing a little bit more in the application. Uh, I'll be talking about those services which is used for the developers, guys. Don't worry, that is the topics starting tomorrow. So guys, so then, okay, so let's wrap up this. That is all, guys, then today for today, and then I'll see you tomorrow with the next topics. Until then, take care, bye bye, and have a nice day. Thank you.